Hello everyone, I am Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak 2 Part 71. In the previous video, what did we do? We did cool stuff. We finished our side quest, our cool side quest, and then we talked to people. This time we're gonna, you already know the vibe, we're gonna talk to people. But we'll talk to some important people, like maybe Bermati. Not right now though. First things first, I gotta figure out what's going on in the hot dog stand. It's been a while since we last checked in.
Come on in and eat your fill.
Got cotton candy hot dogs yet? I'm telling you, we should have prioritized a more comfy, brothy type of taco. Oh yeah, tacos. You don't do hot dogs. What am I? I'm a fool. I'm a fool! But what is a taco if not just a hot dog with ground beef or whatever it is you're going to put in the taco? It would have really brought it that seasonal feeling. You know how udon is I just completely blanked on how to say it. I was like udon's pretty standard fare for Eastern winters. Maybe we could do something like that. It was like I recognized it as like that's the noodles, but I'm like that's not. Those letters don't make that sound. We can't get broth on our tacos, Primo. It wouldn't be a taco anymore. Well, instead of making it warm and cozy, why don't we make it spicy? And if we really turn up the heat, we could add it to our menu full time. What do you mean our menu? This is my hot dog taco stand. It's almost summer too. We could put in some seasonal vegetables. She's so passionate about it all. Maybe a little too passionate. We're really trying to go for luxury food here, then spices just might be the way to go. But fusion food's all the rage nowadays. Oh, I know. Why don't we just mix the two? Well, I mean, it's a taco stand. I mean, I'm not hating on the taco stand in the slightest, but it's not really like luxury food.
My stuff can't be beat.
You've heard of Mapo tofu. Now eat with the real dogs and have some Mapo tacos. Made with no regard for profit margins. Hell yeah, brother.
I'll be waiting for you.
I just wish it was something a little less strange. Couldn't be willing to compromise on taste for this. Well, no matter how strange the combination, I will make it into a good taco. You can count on that. You know, maybe Primo's my favorite NPC. She's definitely like up there. At least, you know, when I say NPC, you know what I mean. Good to see you again, Van. You know, after Shannon uploaded that rare fish she caught to our social media, our follow account practically skyrocketed. We got loads of comments on the pictures too. Yeah, we're even mutuals with someone in the Empire's Imperial Fishing Club now. It's almost like we're famous. Let's not get fucking ahead of ourselves. I mean, Reen saved the world like at least 2.5 times, and he's just that guy from Thor's, alright? The Imperial Fishing Club, huh? They're so popular, even people in the mainstream know their name. Anyway, I guess we're just gonna keep uploading pictures of all our latest catches from now on. We usually type up little fishing diaries to go along with them. People seem pretty interested in that part. Maybe our next post should talk about Shannon almost losing her lunch yesterday. Hey, don't share that. Oh, and before I forget, here's some more supplies for you, as usual. I don't know, her bribing. Oh, that's just regular fishing bait. Never mind, that's an L for you. I've already got plenty. I need dumplings. I mean, you guys seem to be pretty busy, but maybe you'll get a chance for an angling break sometime soon. Thanks, I'll put it to good use. Some stuff about what happened on Myth Island was in the news recently. We decided it's best that we don't talk about it on social media. Myth Island is pretty crazy, huh? It wasn't all bad though. I mean, we made so many nice memories and I caught loads of rare fish. I bet our followers are gonna go wow when I post these photos.
It's fishing time.
Oh, is it?
Okay, let's see what I can catch.
Oh, they actually do have stuff we don't have. Get cast on? How does fishing work in this game? Oh yeah, it's a little spinny around thing.
Decent catch, I guess.
That new? I don't think it's new. I already have rainbow trout. So that's the thing about a guy like me, is that he's already got the rainbow trout. Holy hell, that's a fucking honker right there, brother. Oh, I was like, wait, mine, because at first I read it as mine 3, and I was like, yo, but what's the 2 doing there? What does the 2 mean? Tell me this motherfucker had 3 mine. This dude's got more mine 2s than I do.
You're mine.
That was so early. Oh my god.
Whew,
Rainbow trout. He did not want to get caught, man. All right. Do the dumplings help? Yeah, to give you some deluxe dumplings. Granted, it did increase the chances for all of them, so I don't know if this really helps us.
Whew, I got a rare one.
I guess it just makes them... Because I guess it doesn't actually make it more likely for you to catch the fish. It just makes it more likely they're big. Because I was thinking it was like, oh, different bait or make it easier to catch certain fish, but brother, I don't care about the trout. I don't give a shit about the trout. I hate the trout. Okay?
You're mine.
This is a mackerel family. Not really. I don't really got any opinion on the mackerel. Gold Sam EP cut 3. Fuck you. Eat my ass. One last one. If it doesn't give me what I need, then that's a gold salmon.
This is a big one.
I don't need a gold salmon in my life. You know what I need? I need whatever the other thing. Okay, one more time. One more again. I should just be using the regular ass dumplings. Maybe the fish isn't a snob. Maybe he's like a down home type. I don't know what I don't want to talk about it.
Decent catch, I
What
guess.
the fuck is this shit? It's embarrassing.
It's fishing time.
Wait,
Okay,
did we get them all?
Let's see what I can catch.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Got your token. Got your token. It's been a while, Natalie. Heard you're doing pretty well as a chansonnier. Was there something you wanted to talk about? You know, I saw you perform your little idol act with Lulo a few days ago, or Lulalu, Lululau, Lulalu. And what can I say? What a mess. First of all, you need to do something about your audience turnout. I mean, did you even advertise that it was a free concert? Plus, whatever happened to hiring a cameraman? Everybody knows uploading pictures to OrbitalNet is the fastest way to gain popularity. I mean, I kind of thought you were just here to lecture me, but you sound more worried than anything. Of course I'm worried. I may have left the idol world. That doesn't mean I no longer have pride in the work. Let's have a few arrangements made. Meet your new manager with you. Well, not that you had one in the first place. Wait, what? Wait a second, Natalie. Does that mean... I promise I didn't quit being a chansonnier, so calm down. Let's have to show results with bow jobs now. So make sure you work extra hard for me. Natalie, thank you. I'll do my best. I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting that. That'd actually be a good chance for us. We don't have to work part-time jobs anymore. I should start planning our next performance. You know, up until last year, I was actually in an idol unit with Sayla. We couldn't figure out how to sell, though, so we ended up disbanding. We just can't ignore potential. They made me see that. I just need to be what I never had. Support from the rear. Damn true, partner. Come on, we're cool. You're gonna let us in early, right? Nope, okay. Alright, let's see what the monster's up to. Who else is in there? Mario and those two nerds? Mario, didn't know you were here. Oh, hey guys. We were just in the middle of a little note sharing session. Did you come to check in on that Nadia situation you called me about? Among other things, yeah. Right now we're just looking for a place to start. Ramadi called me up on that. I can't believe she would just run off on you. I can. Got any updates for us? Well, I mean, her running away is silly, but, I mean, I somewhat get it. It's not as silly as Swin's thing, but I've been prodding and probing, but nothing's caught my eye just yet. I don't always speak highly of your skills as an informant. I was thinking she might have stopped by to see you. I was the one who introduced those two to Bramati in the first place. He's also the first person I asked to look into Swin. If Bramati had heard anything, he would have tipped me off by now. Nadia probably saw no point in coming here knowing that. If only I'd picked up on that boy's trail. Maybe then we could have avoided this. There was no helping it. Even the guild's information network came up empty-handed. I haven't had much luck with the Guard Master and the Oathbreaker either. Ever since that mess on the Myth Island, it's as if they've dropped off the face of the continent. Even the dark red beast that terrorized the capital is cycling out of the gossip mill. That's been bothering me too. It's the whole reason I came here. Nestledown, Longport, and Myth Island, we have nothing but incidents back to back to back, yet almost none of it's being broadcast. You mean to say it doesn't matter the press being restricted? Obviously, there are parts of those events we can't report on. That much is par for the course. But the media's response seems to be more along the line of not being newsworthy enough. It's like the whole nation is in peace mode. The complete opposite how tense it was when Almada was lurking in the shadows. Dantes and the rest of the crew made it a point to spread fear however they could. This guard master, on the other hand, is worlds apart from them, both in motive and in methods. Well, we don't know his motive. It could be the same shit. Or he doesn't have one because he's a loser. That actually makes him creepier somehow. So it doesn't turn into one of those too little too late type deals. He almost certainly has a plot in the works, and yet we can't find so much as a single lead. Well, I'll keep poking around. If anything turns up, you'll be the first to know. I'll see what I can get out of my publisher contacts too. Much appreciated. I wonder what Dingo would do, other than to get drunk. He'd probably be a few steps ahead of everyone else, not to mention how much more he'd be working with Van. Mario. Well, you're certainly not wrong. He'd likely show up to my bar with that broody look on his face, spouting info that even my network couldn't find. But no matter how composed he may have seemed, Dingo was still just a human as you and I. He was only really good at hiding all the effort he put in. But I know you've been putting in the hours too. Believe in yourself, Mario. Keep pushing forward. Maybe your methods are a little bit different, but I'm sure you're doing right by him all the same. Thank you, Bramati. You're right, the truth can't hide from me forever. She's certainly been more dependable recently. She's got a long ways to go. I mean, I still remember she was drinking herself into comas. Dingo! You know, he used to drink himself into a coma? Actually, there was another job I was taking care of at the same time. I don't think that'll be the last we see of it, though, especially not after Myth Island. Oh, shoot! Well, I may not be able to do very much, but I can at least make sure nobody gets hurt. I mean, what else is she supposed to be talking about there? What other thing has she been pursuing that she was working on at the same time as the Myth Island? It's ghosts, man. It's ghosts.
Aww, leaving.
After what happened on the Myth Island, I've noticed someone's been starting to make moves behind the scenes. I'm trying to look into it. Well, trying to worry too much, I'll let you know as soon as I find something. But by the way, Miss Kokona, you're publishing under a male pen name, right? Are you trying to hide your identity? I mean, I guess it makes sense since you're drawing for a boys magazine and all. Well, yeah, but it wasn't totally intentional. Actually, I plan on revealing the truth with a gag comment. I even took the whole reveal into consideration when coming up with my nickname. Then out the window that went that idea. You know, we've actually received a lot of inquiries about whether or not we're doing any in-person events soon. The comic is a pretty strong fan base, so as long as you're willing, I imagine we could set one up for you. It's gonna be so funny, too. It would have been my best work yet. Well, probably not. Miss Kakona, did you not hear me just now? Yeah, that's fine. Guess I'll do my best. So you'll go? Oh man, this is going to be great. Huh? What did I agree to? Why does it feel like we're talking about two different things? And he's taking it all so seriously, too. Scary. I didn't actually think she'd say yes. This is the chance of a lifetime. I gotta make sure everything's perfect. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that could go over and, you know.
Come on in and eat your fill.
In theory, it shouldn't be a big deal, but I don't know. Depends on what sort of target audience she's attracted, I guess. Okay, so we just have these two, right? We did this, did here. Check. We'll do Chiron Tower if we have any extra time. We'll fight our monster. Well, we might have extra time. Well, honestly, probably not, because there's a lot of people here, and we have a main story thingy to do.
Welcome. Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find
My dog was using my teeth phone like a true toy the other day. Thing's practically covered in teeth marks. I mean, I'm glad my dog didn't swallow anything, but I'm really hoping the damage can be fixed. You fool. I've been getting a lot of questions about how to use the T-phone lately. The only reason I'm able to answer them is because I have my own. Well, actually, the manager only gave it to me so I could understand how it works. But thanks to that, I'm very familiar with all its functions now. Any problems the customers have experienced, I've experienced too. And apparently the answer is always just buy a new one.
What'll you have? Come again.
I've been working at the Vern store for a while now, but I learn something new every day. I mean, back in Cray Village, Boss Goddard taught me so much. But technology hasn't stopped progressing since then, and that means I have some catching up to do. Right, Lashgar's been doing a little better recently. I think he's even starting to have more positive outlook on his future. He really is a good kid, and I intend to do everything I can to make sure he's alright from now on. I also mean to carry the memory of everyone we lost for the rest of my life. Still, I know I shouldn't get too caught up in the past. I just believe that Mom and Dad and the boss are all cheering me on from the goddess's side. And that's enough to keep me going. I'll become the best engineer they've ever seen. Oh no! We're being sucked into the alternate dimension! It's kind of funny. Very... I can't do it unless we're talking to her. It zooms me out. We're trying to peer into the mirror dimension, to the real world. Please, you don't realize you're trapped in the wrong dimension. Guess what? I went and bought myself a T-phone today. Actually, not just one, but two. One for my husband, and the other will be for me and Bart to share. I even arranged a 2-year payment plan. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of payment plan are we working with? Is there interest on that shit? Because you might be fucked. New technology is so exciting, don't you think? I just can't wait to start it up. I mean, presumably there's interest, or else it probably wouldn't be worth it for them, but... Well, I don't know. It kind of depends. With it being so new, I feel like they would probably have like a more predatory interest plan. Or not interest plan, payment plan. Because I mean, there are some where it's like you do literally just pay the, you know, full price. But with phones, generally, it's like they do kind of bend you over a barrel if you don't buy it outright. Like the monthly charges, like if you ever do the math, it adds up to like 50% more than what the phone would cost if you just bought it normally.
Here you'll find Trion Tower.
Mom and Dad decided they were gonna buy a T-phone recently. Can't believe we're gonna have the latest in tech in our house. I mean, I guess it's cool.
Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to
Been about 4 months since I became the manager. You know, I actually used to work at Boss Investment Bank's main office. While I was still employed there, I took an interest in the Verne Company's products, and I found the Republic rather fascinating as well. So when I received an offer to become the manager of a Verne store, I immediately accepted. I still think it was the right choice for me. Used to work at the Boss Investment Bank's main office. Yeah, you said that. Working at the bank was enjoyable enough, and I'm happy with I am today as well.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
I mean, good thing you're happy, else you might have get sent on the damn bus. If you'd been like, oh, I think things could be a little bit better. Nope, you're going to the work camp. You'll never see your family again. Oh, that reminds me. Anya's, you need to... Well, can I open your slots? Okay, we'll open Judy's slot.
Please stop by.
But you need to have Idle Force. Oh, yeah, because well, but I'd rather have it or LaForte. You have LaForte. Okay, you both of you have LaForte, so we'll give you Ideal Force.
Good.
Or Idle Force. I kind of swap between calling it what it's actually called and just saying the wrong word. There's a second floor. I mean, I didn't know we could go to the second floor. Anybody up here? No. I'm kind of surprised they even let us. Because I mean, I know you come up here to talk to Toa and them, but that was like a cutscene. No, stop welcoming me to nothing, alright? I don't want to be welcomed to nothing. No. I was trying to go downstairs.
Verne store, a movie theater,
Huh? Hey, isn't that...
It's Sarah and Shahina.
Oh.
They must be visiting the capital.
Yeah, those two are in the same agency as I am now. They're here to promote some of their work.
a range of imported goods from the liberal kingdom.
Oh, you're right. Taylor's terrible with all kinds of scary stuff. We went to go see a horror movie one time, and you should have seen how pale her face was when we left. Poor thing. Well, I'm sure it made for a fond memory. You know, I get that you two have to keep working so hard, but I worry you're gonna overdo it soon. Ah, don't worry. We always make sure to take our breaks. Although we have been talking about going on hiatus for a bit. Alright then. Guess that makes me feel a little better. Anyway, I should get going. Let me know when you have some free time again. Yeah, for sure.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's
Chatting with Lula never fails to brighten my mood. It's relief to know things are slowly picking up with her idol career. I plan to look out for her in whatever way I can, as what friends do after all.
Hope you'll have a fabulous time here.
It's nice that Daphne and I can still hit it off like before. Shows a few generations between us, but we just get each other, you know? She even comes to cheer us on at all our shows. No amount of thanks is enough for that.
Very well.
A little while ago, the news was talking about the monstrous anti-immigration terrorists. Those criminals are giving the old nobility a bad name, and now innocent people
Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
stare. Yeah, the old nobility. They were definitely good guys. It's just these newfangled terrorists that have the same values as them that are giving them a bad name. And now innocent people such as myself are being caught in the crossfire. Those are the old nobility. Must have the breadth of mind to accept all peoples and cultures. Lady, you're not a noble. You're just like a person who's rich. Get over yourself. You can't be happy that you already won at life from birth. You gotta be like, oh no, I gotta cling on to some extra thing to make me feel even more special. What am I doing? Oh yeah. We're supposed to read our book, which I definitely know how to do. Oh yeah, it's in here. Because we never read this. Also, what about our brochure? It's got Nina Finley in it. The protagonist, Nina Finley. a third-year student at a hoity-toity all-girls high school. While heading up the library committee, Helena stumbles across an exchange diary hidden among a stack of books. Thus begins her correspondence with an unknown partner, and over time the two build a close bind. Then at last, Helena uncovers the identity of her pen pal, a first-year member of the library committee named Sherry. Mini column: the film is a tale of the secrets kept between girls in an old, tradition-rich all-girls school. Up-and-coming starlet Nina Finlay plays the lead role, imbuing her character, a girl named Helena with deep emotional wounds and a complex mental landscape, with a fragile and fascinating sense of individuality. In a post-shoot interview, Nina said, "I don't think it would be right for me to say too much about the film before release. All I want is for everyone who watches it to treasure the feelings it engenders in their own hearts." We could hardly imagine a warmer, more fitting message than that. Alright. Investments in Crave... Well, let's take a sip of the sauce first. Investments in Crave Village show signs of success. In November of last year, the majority of Crave Village's residents lost their lives in the worst act of terrorism in recorded history. In the wake of that tragedy, the military sealed off the remains of the village, refusing to permit even the families of the attack's victims to enter for funeral purposes. Grim though the state of affairs in Crave may be, recent reports have shown a ray of hope upon the situation. As early as last year, multiple groups and businesses began collaborating to fundraise for Crave's sake, hoping to lay the spirits of the dead to rest and eventually rebuild the town. Recently, those efforts have hit their fundraising goal. Although the necessary funds have been gathered, the fundraising collective is expected to continue to actively work towards the rebuilding of Crave Village. Representatives of the joint film currently in production between Vegas Films and Kowloon Pictures have also promised to donate a portion of the picture's profits towards the town and have recently reaffirmed their intent to honor that pledge. The majority of the mirror collected will be donated to the families of Crave residents, used to construct a monument to the victims of the attack, fund efforts to restore the unique local industries that were lost along the village, and eventually contribute to the reconstruction of the village itself once the blockade has been lifted. Once again, we don't know that shit's got blown up for real. Like, it's entirely possible that it's still there. I haven't seen a body, is all I'm saying. Until I see the smoking crater that is Crave Village, they still are like, oh no, nobody can go to it yet? Nah, man. That shit's still there. That's my conspiracy theory. They faked the bombing. Nuclear material's not even real, bro. It seems clear the road to reconstruction will be a long one, but the prevailing sentiment among friends and families of victims is one of hope. When the blockade is lifted, they believe Crave Village will be rebuilt, and the wills of those who lost their lives will carry on. Who will claim the Z1 Finals trophy? At long last, the final race of the Z1 Grand Prix is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Racing fans from far and wide will gather in the Grand Circuit to see who will become the year's reigning champion. The victor of last month's exhibition race was Maxim, with Aslan coming in second. We spoke with Aslan about the upcoming Grand Prix finals, and he had this to say: "I spent the past months training, and training some more. But if not for the efforts of my mechanics, who have turned my car into perfection time and again, and the undying support from my fans, I wouldn't be standing here today. I intend to live up to the expectations, so for this final race, I'm going full throttle." Maxim, meanwhile, is equally determined to win this upcoming race. "I have a fourth consecutive championship to win, and I will win it, no matter what it takes. Now more than ever, I've got people who believe in me, and I'm not about to let them down," he declared with bolstering confidence. The question on everyone's minds is, who will be crowned the 1209 Z1 champion? Though the teams of the two favored racers, Etwas and Ingot, tend to attract most of the attention, it goes without saying that Red Star and Leno are just as heavily invested in the race's outcome. Leno in particular has suffered from poor showings in the past several Z1 Grand Prix races, and it has high hopes to restore its good name to this year's championship. According to a representative, "Our team will be racing with the prestige of our whole company on its shoulders. We intend to restore our reputation through this race and then some." Young Republican Party Senator Ryan takes podium at debate. Oh yeah, I remember that guy. A political debate sponsored by the International Cooperative Organization NGO and scheduled to occur on the 22nd of this month has drawn attention to both the ruling and opposing parties of the Republic. The topic of the debate is about the role the Republic plays on the international stage. It's likely the ICO's intent is to determine the position the Republic may take in the affairs of Zemuria as a whole. The current ruling party, the Patriot League, has already announced that President Grahamhart will participate in the debate. The opposing Republican Party, meanwhile, be sending Ryan Connery, a young senator who has drawn considerable attention over the past several years. Although Senator Ryan is part of a minor faction within the Republican Party, his talent for planning and adaptability have led many members of the party, including former President Rocksmith, to place their hopes in him. Senator Ryan was kind enough to agree to an interview with us where on the subject of the debate 2 days from now he had this to say. Speaking as someone who can hardly be called part of the political mainstream, I must admit that being asked to debate the president was rather intimidating. That said, I have every intention of tackling the debate in good faith and arguing my case to the best of my abilities. My hope is both to present a case for how I believe our republic should wield its influence in the political landscape of Zemuria, and also to press President Grahamhart regarding a number of aspects of his own vision for our nation. I believe this debate is about more than just the matters of international policy. It concerns the very future of the Republic itself, and I intend to treat it accordingly. Yeah, but like, what do you guys believe? You don't got any political positions, bro. Although a member of the Republican Party, Senator Ryan is clearly a man with his own unique set of deeply held convictions. Yeah, but what are those convictions? The question is, what impact will those convictions have on the political landscape of the Republic as he steps forward into his largest stage yet? The history of the white clove, symbol of the Republic. As we approach the halfway point of March, the white cloves have once again begun to bloom all across the Republic, as they do every year, and we can expect them to be in full bloom by the end of the month. They are a symbol of spring in our nation for a good reason. The flowers of the white clove, however, are more than just a sign of the changing seasons. The symbol has a great many things for Calvert, and it is a symbolic value which led to the white clove to be selected as our national flower. In this column, I hope to explain to you some of the cultural and historical factors that should make the white clove so significant. To start, while the white clove is a common sight throughout the Republic, and it's in the capital in particular, it is an endemic species that grows virtually nowhere else throughout Zemuria. Moreover, it's a flower that has been beloved by the people of Calvert since far back in our nation's history. The Republic's national anthem is even titled Swear on the White Cloves, demonstrating just how integral a symbol of our nation they truly are. Cloves themselves trace their origin to the continent's southeastern tropics and were not initially present in the Midwest region that Calvert came to occupy. That said, due to high demand for them as a spice during the monarchy era, they're often imported from an old Eastern Empire. Nobody knows what happened to it. It was during that period that seemingly miraculous cloves took root in Calvert soil despite the local environment being entirely unlike that of their native land. Yeah, that's not sus. Those cloves are fucking evil. I'm just saying, we've already done evil grass. I'm on to you. Those cloves soon adapted to local conditions, and so the white clove, a subspecies unique to Calvert, was born. The white clove's beauty and their presence throughout the land were what led its flowers to be beloved by the royalty and adopted as a symbol of the Old Kingdom. Over the course of the Calvardian Revolution, however, the flower took on a new symbolic meaning. In the modern era, the white clove represents peace and harmony through diversity. After all, the white clove is a plant from the southeast that miraculously took root in the west, changing the color of its blossoms to live in harmony with its new environment. As a result, many people have taken to view the white clove as much like the people of variant ethnicities who coexist within our nation, as long as they turn themselves white, right? Because that's kind of some subtext there. Probably not the implied subtext, but there's some subtext there. The white clove, symbol of the Calvert Republic, is more than just a lyric and a motif. It's a symbol of the ideals that drive us forward in the modern era together. Much better than Stinky Arabonia, whose symbol is a horse, which symbolizes a horse. The barbarians over there, they couldn't even begin to understand symbolism and imagery.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
Well, but didn't Anya's and Van and Lane's here as well.
Major landmarks.
I see, you must be doing that job you were talking about.
You'll also find the
Are
first
you the
hall
teacher
of
dude
movie theater, boutique,
that we talked to
and other
in the
very
last game very briefly? It's nice to see you, Mr. Powell.
Visit the new Liberal
Glad to see you. Sorry it's been so long since our last meetup.
to sample a range of important
You know, you guys having a little afterward get-together? I wouldn't call it a get-together, really. It's more so a celebration to recognize all our hard work.
latest
See, we finally finished grading all the entrance exams.
even a serpent
I suppose it's that time of the year, isn't it? Between you and me, I'm pretty excited to see this new batch of students. They're bound to be a real treat. Well, setting that aside, you're that famous Arkwright, aren't you? Famous? You left quite the impression on Powell, you know. He talks about you every chance he gets. Both you and Beauty's Blade seem like you're always attracting some kind of attention to yourselves. Yeah, it sounds about right to me. Of course, man was a problem child. Watch it. Actually, you'd be surprised. Most of my memories of him are rather positive. Time certainly does fly by, doesn't it? It was a pleasure catching up with you, Van. You as well, Lane. No, I'm not Van Dyke. I just look like it. Doesn't this dude look like Van Dyke? I don't really remember what Van Dyke looks like, but I'm pretty sure he kind of looks like this dude. This year's examinees were very impressive, and more than a few of their answers take me by surprise. I'm confident they'll be able to shoulder the future of the Republic once they're older. I suppose being a teacher really is rewarding. In the, metaphysical sense, not in the physical sense. I ain't got no hard currency to show. Well, no, you're like you probably get paid pretty decently. You're at like a private, rich person school. You're probably making out okay. Probably not making as much as you probably should, but, nothing to be, too mad about. I invited Miss Toe and Miss Sonia along as well, but both claim to have other business to attend to. Well, I suppose it's always next time. Yeah, sorry, she's talking to more important people than you. Headquarters recently sent out a survey inviting each of our storefronts to propose new confection ideas for the coming season. Until now, the company's development division would always decide future product lines unilaterally. It would seem the change in our leadership has brought about a more open workplace culture as well. He's right, back when my father was in charge, the various departments are fairly sequestered from one another. It's nice to know, yeah, he would promote segregation. It's nice to know things are changing for the better. No doubt.
Hello there!
All of our departments are equal. Separate. But,
Thank you.
Visit the new Rural Boutique, which just opened this year, to sample a range of important...
Once again I find myself here, staring at these delicious tarts that I will not buy. I'm dutifully applying self-restraint. After I save up some money, I can indulge in all the limited edition spring tarts my heart craves. That's precisely why I'm skipping meals, so I can save on the future food expenses. You skip food to save on expenses. I skip food because I eat too much of it. We are not the same. If I stay at this company, they'll just work me like a dog until my very last breath. Well, I've decided to aim for an early retirement.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
Yep, my retirement plan is
One of Edith's major landmarks.
bullet to the brain. Won't have to worry about old age. After I make some successful investments and get an income stream going, I'm gonna pull out of the company and just manage my portfolio once in a while, brother. I mean, it might work, but statistically there's like a 90% chance you fail. I just want you to know that ahead of time. Nothing like setting a goal to give yourself a second win. Step number 1 is open a brokerage account and start trading.
Please check it out.
Dude's gonna be reading fucking hot tips on the Orville net. He's gonna be holding them bags until he gets to retire. The most common inquiries I get at this window regard financing for Valos-based enterprises. The continued expansion into Calvert over these last few years will likely force many Republican businesses into making major changes. The competition drives companies to grow like this, our livelihoods become comparatively richer for it. There's truly never a dull moment in the stock market, and that's what I find worthwhile about this line of work. Well, okay, you say that, but so far the only actionable thing Valos Investments has done is made it so that it was harder to see the Ravenna movie. Because they're like, hey, we got a movie theater, you can't see the shit we don't want you to see.
How can I help you?
In that damn wallet.
Please come again.
Latest CCF products to expensive wines and even acerbic tomatoes. Please check it out.
Observing Treon Mall's facilities and services has given me some insight into their business tendencies. For instance, the propensity for external companies and foreign brands. Of course, that is in itself far from unusual for a shopping center. But the way they go about it, more flexible as most. They even managed to pull in the Quincy Company despite being funded by Central Eastern Capital. It's impressive to be certain.
Treon Power, one of Edith's major...
We all know how racist they are. You know, hate the Quincy Company. Gosh, if I were to meet someone from the Quincy Company, I'd probably throw hands right now. Another point worth noting is Treon Mall's extensive use of their stage for entertainment purposes. I had a few Central Eastern dances performing today, and recent word of mouth tells me there are Mishi shows periodically as well. On that subject, Mishi was originally a product of Crossbell State, funded by one of Vala's investment bank's rivals. To purchase the rights to him legitimately, but co-opting the symbol of a competitor to utilize for one's own benefit is certainly something. Yeah, and they ruined his ass.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of
I submitted my attempt at a stylish ad concept to my clients, but they said it was too tacky and abstract, so it's back to the drawing board.
movie theater.
Excuse me for being a generation behind the curve, I guess. Reparations bubble made it feel like the sky was the limit. Not to convince me that I could hack it freelance in the first place.
Opened this year.
Losing faith in myself won't fix anything. I just need to make my latest trends mesh with my style. Nah, you should give up on advertising.
They have everything.
The world would be a better place with no ads.
Expensive wines and even acerbic tomatoes. Please check it out.
We've reached the free time portion of our tour, so everyone else should be mid-shopping spree at the mall right now. I used to go around and make some purchases of my own during these breaks, but almost every tour we give comes here at some point. It's kind of killed the magic for me by now.
Really good, I think.
You gonna go in, or you just gonna keep blocking the door?
Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
The Liberal
You'll also
Boutique.
find the Vern Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and
Welcome to the Liberal Boutique.
Our store here is a drink called the Grand Chardonnay. It's a vintage wine that has been made more affordable in recent years. Yeah, define more affordable. Because unless that shit's got like a 90% discount. We also have an aged Grand Chardonnay in our storehouse. Its flavor is like none other, I assure you. If you're seeking a beverage that's representative of our culture, then look no further. Nah, lady.
I'm quite proud of what we have to offer.
We don't drink our culture around these parts.
Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also
Had a bit of a sneeze there. I didn't just, completely forget how to think for a second.
we hope you'll have a fabulous time.
How is the bottle? I mean, you just said it was more affordable, but like, how is fucking tomato soda like 6 times the price? You gonna explain that? Or was it because it was just 500, right? So it was like 7 times the price.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
That's
Please come
crazy.
again.
Can I drink the wine myself, or do I have to give it to Judith? Might be a good gift for Judith. Whatever.
Don't mind if I do.
Major landmarks. You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various
Alright,
to peruse.
we'll go check out Shahina and them, and then we'll call it. What up? Tara, Shahina, you're amazing out there.
Hi, Fairy and friends. We sure didn't expect to bump into you here.
Yes, life is so hectic that we haven't been able to stay in touch. It really has been too long.
Since the end of the year, at least. Glad to see you're holding up okay. Yeah, you two really shredded your stuff back there. Shake that thing, as they say. Looks like you managed to put some pep into that step you were having problems with, too.
We have you watching our rehearsals to thank for that, Judith. Once again, it's wonderful to see you, Van. And everyone else too, of course.
Yeah, talk about a lucky break. I mean, we didn't even have to make an appointment first. Sounds like destiny to me. Right, sis?
Flick her forehead for me, please. Just writing that little coin.
Shahina, please.
1 minute in, they're already making a scene. I saw the Saga Ravana, by the way. Not a character I expect you to get cast as. You're natural at acting, though. Who would have guessed? I don't know, it feels like kind of low-key insulting. Like, yeah, I didn't think you'd get cast as like a real character. But I mean, you're actually kind of good at it. I would have never guessed. Personally, I found it to be very challenging, but it was a valuable learning experience. At any rate, it's a relief to know you two are the same as ever. No kidding. That's not true. I've definitely changed. I've got, yep, Not from where I'm standing. Your confidence is commendable, however. Don't worry, Shahina. You still have time. We can work at it together. Great. Now I got Fairy feeling sorry for me. Jokes aside, though, Sara's gotten a whole lot foxier, don't you think? Shahina, what are you saying? She get down on it? Scrub the ground on it? Now that she mentions it, I have to agree. Ah, too true. Having your dancing appreciated by so many people made a real positive impact. Even if you didn't have the makings of a star before, you definitely do now. It's like all your charms are coming out as full force. I'm guessing you finally managed to accept yourself, huh? Seriously though, you make a real splash in the industry with little sexy rebranding. Take my word for it. Why would she take your word for it? Not you too. Hey, you got big time star vouching for you. It's a good sign you can hope for. Well, if you think so, Van, I'll give it my best effort. Just be careful not to let any sleazebags out there take advantage of you. Believe me, they'll be beating a path to your door from here on out. That's fine. Guys like that aren't her type anyway. Really? Then what is? Moving on. I'm sure you're all very busy. We have another performance to prepare for. Good point. Sorry for holding you up. I don't care. What a beautiful pair of sisters, and I think they're on such close terms with you. That aside, they're doing remarkably well in spite of all they've been through this past year. He's like, whew, saved. I think I speak for us all when I say we're rooting for them. Shut up. We're not rooting for them. I mean, we're not rooting for you either, Anyas, but there's just not enough meat on that bone. I don't really have any beef with Sara, but I don't know why we're wasting time on making that her character that she likes Van.
A movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
She and I will be on the capital for a few more days before our tour moves on to its next leg.
The new liberal boutique.
Unfortunately, we do have a performance coming up in a bit, so maybe we can take longer another time?
Goods from the liberal
Yeah, we should go eat at Montmart again. Sounds like a plan. You two can teach you some more dance moves.
everything from the latest ZCF products.
And you can teach Aaron how to shake that thing.
Even a certain-
We do still have a few places left. But we're at 50 minutes, so we'll call it. We'll wrap up the last little bit of Shion Mall, hit up our last place, and then maybe progress the story in the next video. We'll see. At the very least, get ready to progress the story in the next video. I'm XYZ87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.